EFCC investigators taking bribes, Olukoyede reveals. Now, wow. Now, Olukoyede is a new EFCC chairman saying that EFCC investigators are taking bribes. How did you know? Have you caught them? Have you arrested and prosecuted them? Let's hear him out. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission chairman, Ola Olukoyede, berated the trend of bribery and self-gratification among the commission's investigators. This revelation was made by Olukoyede on Thursday in his New Year address to the anti-graft agency employees at the Commission's Abuja headquarters. Nigeria News reports that the EFCC chairman claimed that the anti-graft agency is embarrassed by the low level of public perception towards EFCC investigators. He vowed to use the heavy stick against investigators who accept bribes and warned that such behavior would not be allowed to continue under his supervision. He noted that efforts were underway to enhance EFCC employees' welfare. Olukoyede said, "At this point, I need to strongly reiterate the issue of discipline, integrity, and sense of responsibility in the way we do our work. Public opinions about the conduct of some of our investigators are adverse. The craze and quest for gratification, bribes, and other compromises by some of our investigators are becoming too embarrassing, and this must not continue. And let me sound a note of warning in this regard. I will not hesitate to wield the big stick against any form of infraction by any staff of the Commission. The Department of Internal Affairs has been directed to be more ardent in its work and monitor every staff in all their engagements. The image of the Commission is too important to be placed on the line by any corrupt officer. I may not talk about specifics. However, the new year promises to bring smiles on the faces of staff across the command. Okay. However, the new year promises bring smiles on the faces of staff across the command. We will continue to do our best to put all of you at your best. However, to whom much is given, much is expected. Okay, so now the chairman is now aware that EFCC people also collect bribe from people that are investigating. Okay, because you know Nigeria, who are the EFCC people? Some of them migrated from police into EFCC. So what are we saying? EFCC is a place that if you catch a big fish, you get big money, and then you twat the investigation report and say nothing was found. I'm telling you. So compromise is a very serious matter. This EFCC is an integrity setup that requires high level of commitment, discipline to be able to actualize its goals and objectives. Okay. Before now, I know even in the way it is in police too, the same way it is in the judiciary, bribery. I don't see any business and any entity in Nigeria that is free from bribery, either as an organization or as individuals under the organization, because bribery has eaten into every fabric of Nigerian system, and it is a very bad one. It's going to be very difficult to curb, because even right now, even the unborn is already corrupt in the womb. In fact, it's already corrupt in the spirit realm before conception. So that is how bad it is. So how are we going to continue like this? Olukoyede is trying to sound a warning. Last time the previous EFCC chairman was investigated or was also indicted for corruption until he was released from EFCC custody or from the DSS custody. So this new chairman, Olukoyede, I just hope his hands are clean, because before you know it now, they will roll out his atrocities in the past, and then he becomes an investigator becoming the investigated. I just hope we don't get to that level. But again, as a leader and as a chairman of the commission, he has just sounded a note of warning to his workers, and he's also saying that the new year promises brings smile to the faces of the commission staff and employees, meaning that there are good things on the way for them, because as sometimes people say that the reason officers take bribe is because of lack of good welfare, no money, some salaries are being owed no proper welfare package, they are being impoverished. And so the next thing that when they see where they get gratification, they run after it and they grab it because that is like alternative to their income. Okay, but if you can do organize their welfare package in a very comfortable and favorable manner, they might stop collecting bribes. But for me, it is not true. Like the police, no matter how you improve the police welfare, they will definitely collect bribe. You can't stop it. You really can't stop it. The way it is Nigeria, I don't think there's anything you want to do now. If you don't give a tip, you don't get commitment, you don't get support to a very large extent. That is what is holding in Nigeria. So bribery, I don't know how you can say that Nigeria will exist without bribery, because everywhere you go now, someone is asking, "What do you have for me? What do you have for me?" Okay. Now, people are reacting to the address that Olukoyede gave to his staff as part of his New Year address. And somebody said, Oga, you want to divert the attention of the public from yourself. You cannot be different from your predecessors at Efcc, who also served under Nigeria's successive corrupt government. Your own corruption will even be worse than that of your predecessors because you are a product of an illegitimate government that is built on corruption. So stop the window dressing and go ahead and do your thing. Or are you not aware that the looting has begun long ago? Ask Betaedu and co. Yours is not even direct looting, but sharing from looters to let them off the hook. Corruption, carry go. This guy don't finish work here. Oh boy, they don't fire. Look what you did. Okay, and someone up says, let's know how you deal with them. We don't want story. I mean, let's know how you deal with them. We don't want stories. Flush out all those Northern Fulani's staff for here. That will become tribalistic. That will become very bad because every tribe in Nigeria should be represented in every area. Okay? And someone say, you can say that again. Most Nigerians don't trust the EFCC anymore. Most prefer the ICPC. There is the saying that charity begins at home. You don't need to dig deep to know the bad eggs amongst you, except you just want media accolades and sympathy. Most of your staff live far above their means, which should ordinarily raise a red flag. But as usual, we will wait and see. Okay. And another person saying, very corrupt people, throw them out to keep integrity of the commission, please. It's not easy now. What if you find that the person that is involved is your PA or your deputy or your competent relief? Can you just throw that sort of person away? Have you gotten a replacement? There are a lot of things that are involved in throwing people out of the job. Okay, it's very easy to throw out of the job, but very difficult to replace such persons. Someone say it's a trademark in EFCC. Agree to collect bribe and get their own money, get their own court. Fulani and Hausas has taken advantage of every ill opportunities in the country. They would order for 100 brand new trucks worth 50 million to 500 million each and pay in cash without any legitimate job. And so, okay, you people talk and talk. Before you take any action against any offenders, they will accuse you of what you know nothing about. So if you want to work genuinely, stop talking and unravel any corrupt malpractices in your ministry. These people are very smart. Corruption has eaten into the Nigerian system, okay, that you are investigating one today. Tomorrow, thousands will spring up. Bribery and corruption country. That is what Nigeria is. That is the truth. That is what Nigeria is. So that is what Olukoyede is saying, and people have reacted from several fronts, telling him the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly in EFCC. Let's have your comment as well for sharing, and thank you for listening.